everyone. Welcome to another session of the Harold Washington Post Hotline. This is the Hotline. I'm Commander Frank B. Thompson III, Commander of the Harold Washington American Legion Post, 1987, and also the 3rd District Senior Commander. And with my host, I have a friend of mine, which we call each other boots on the ground friends. And is my friend Alfhozo Smith.
My pleasure. I appreciate you inviting me.
And he's also hosts a lot of political radio shows, and he also for the veterans and stuff. And we're here to talk about the veterans, and we're here to talk about the politicians. And so, first, let me ask him to you all, give them a little something about you.
Well, I've been involved in politics. I've been involved in broadcasting on TV as well as radio. I've also been involved in newspaper writing. So this is what I do. And I'm a veteran from the Vietnam era.
Thank you for serving.
And listen, you deserve all the thank yous. As I said, this guy here, he asked about me, but he is definitely out here every day over just rounds or whatever he can be to serve the veterans. So I hold him in high esteem and respect.
We both are equal, but I'm going to put it this way. He's got a little more than I do. But see, it's our combination because, see, we got a skilled expression, we got a hell of a combination because, see, we both fighting for the same thing.
Yes, yes.
And it was a wonderful thing that I happened to met him one day. He invited me to a town hall meeting. It was on 63rd and Peoria.
Yes.
And we was discussing Inglewood and what they could do for Inglewood and how were the veterans going to help and stuff. And we also discussed about the situations with our young people.
Yes. Yes.
And that came to focus because, see, we had a lot of people from different organizations was talking about what they believe, what should happen, and things like that, which some of I agree on, some of I didn't. But see, it's the idea that what do they really need? Yes, we agree they need jobs and things like that. But see, before, my thing about it was that they need more than jobs.
Yes.
They need education.
Yes. Yes.
The jobs are out there, but see, that's what we really need, the education. To qualify for these high-paying jobs and everything.
Exactly.
Nobody under 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade could qualify to be a high-tech operator or something like that.
Yes.
And, we vision that, how much money we'd like to make during the years and stuff. We got a caller. Come in, caller.
Yeah. I'm a veteran. I served in Germany. But my concern is, why is it that we have so much division between the veterans? And by us being split, we can't get a lot of our issues solved.
You understand what he was saying?
Well, he was speaking on division. I'm not sure what he meant about division among the veterans.
Okay, could you bring that focus there a little bit more so he can understand what you're talking about?
Yes. What I mean by division, you got some veterans in blue states, some in red states, and you have even some of the ones in the blue states voting like they in red states.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Now, I would have to say that's political.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
because
exactly what it is.
it's the representatives that we have.
Exactly.
It's not doing their jobs. As you know, that Cook County itself has the highest veterans in the state, period. And see, the idea by the ones that's here in Cook County get less than the ones in Will County, DuPage, or whatever it may be, because it is the representation.
Exactly.
That's why, we asking everybody. That's why they be saying, telling people we be trying to get to hold to see these politicians and stuff. That's what we always talk about. To go out there and fight for it, go hear what they got to say, and make them be accountable for what they're doing. Because your vote, the one put them in, and without your vote, you don't have anything to say.
You know, earlier I was speaking with the commander, and I was talking about we need our representatives being at the city council level, the aldermen. They need to have some legislation. So we need legislation for the veterans. And also on the state level, on the county level. But we need these people that we vote for, as you said, to create legislation so that it would address all of the needs of the veterans. Not only at that level, but as I said, the state representatives, the state senators, but all the way up to the congressmen, as well as the senators, United States senators. So we have to come together, and I appreciate what your question was, but we have to come together as a
As
unit.
a united front.
Precisely.
Because see,
Yes.
just as, like you had said, we need a strong coalition.
Yes, that's it. That's
We
it.
need a bondage from each and every group.
Yes.
We fighting
Yes.
the same war, but we're going in different
That's
directions.
right.
We need to spearhead all of this. We know what we need. But see, the idea, we don't know how to get it.
Yes.
And the ones that we vote for tell us this and tell us that. But see, once they get in, it's entirely different.
That's right. They're
So-
not accountable.
Right. So this is how it works. Your vote for now on, this is election season coming up. Make them accounted for your vote. Because see, it really matters. Because see, you're not just a constituent. You are a representative within yourself and for yourself. Because no one can speak for you unless you speak for yourself. That's why we have this program for the veterans and everything. That's why we need you all to call in, because see, the idea, I know what's going on, and some other people, but see, then too, there's some that don't. That's why we ask you all every week to call in, because see, the idea, we are here. If you want a voice, we are your voice. But we need to speak up on the things that's needed out there. We don't know everything, but we know some things. But see, that's what's going on now. The things that we are doing is not enough. Just like the caller was saying, you know, we got some leaders up there, but see, the idea, sometimes they need to be led.
That's right.
You know, it's
Say that again.
a different form of how you gonna lead me. Okay, caller, come in.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Sharon, and I'm calling in regards to some of the veterans that I've talked with, because I'm affiliated with several home health care agencies, and we've gotten contracts to take care of the veterans. They told us they needed us because the veterans aren't being taken care of at the hospital because there's, kind of an overflow. But then when we call and say, hey, we're available, you can send us over as many as you want, that sort of thing, they don't even respond to us. And I know there's a need, because I talked to a patient today, and his daughter tries to take him to the VA, but now he can't even walk anymore, so it's hard to get him there. And now he can't even get any services from VA. Is there anything that we can do to help his family or help the other veterans that really need medical services?
Yes, it is. And whether they go to Jesse Brown, Hines, or whatever, they got a patient advocate.
Okay.
And just like, okay, for one instance, there's other health groups such as yourself is wanting to help veterans and have programs for them. And they trying to get them away from Jesse Brown, because they at some of their facilities they could do more. But see, then look at it this way, people don't want to lose money; they want to gain money. And see, they playing with our lives.
Uh-huh.
And see the idea, this is why, you know, when we have problems, we got to find out who the source is so we could go straight to it. Because you got to knock that middleman out. And just like a lot of health providers that I know, I can't mention though, but see the idea, they have good programs for the veterans. But see, then too, here's one of the problems. They ask some of the veterans, do you have insurance? A lot of them don't. And then they want to know, you know, about Medicaid and Medicare. And see, now, here's the thing. For those veterans that are fortunate enough to have either one, they don't have to come to Jesse Brown.
Right.
They could go to one, like your facility or something else, because see, there's some, just as you said, that will come get the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
They have all...
It was I'm sorry to cut you off, but there was a program there at Hines as well as Jesse Brown, and they were saying if we had the home health care agencies, that they could take care of our patients because, you know, it was such an overflow of patients. You know, it was such an overflow of patients and they couldn't see them, you know, in a timely fashion, and they wanted to get these veterans taken care of and give them the proper health care. And then when you call back, it's like, no, we don't need your help. And I run into veterans all the time that cannot afford any health care. They don't have anything in place. So I'm just trying to see what can they do to actually get into the hospital or get into one of the home health care agencies that would provide that, but they do need to get a referral from the veterans, of course, the VA.
Right, and for them to get that, okay, say one of your patients, a veteran, and I put it this way, not a patient, one of your applicants, a veteran,
Okay.
want to come to your establishment, but having problems at Jesse Brown. Now, we was told if we're not served in a certain amount of days, well, we are able to go to a private facility and stuff like that, where they will pay for it. Now, that's good talking because that's what they always say. But see, it's a red tape to that. And that's the same thing you're talking about that we run into because, see, a lot of veterans want to go to different places, like, say, different hospital facilities where they could be taken care of. They have everything right on the spot. But see, the idea, again, like I said, if you have a problem with the VA, any VA, they have people there for your, like for you said, patient advocate. They handle this because, see, they don't want to get the complaints. And see, for one thing, they don't like the complaints anymore because, see, it's going public. And see, when every time something go public, like any institution, they want to cut it quick.
Exactly.
And so, you know, that's why I was saying earlier, we all have to speak up together.
Yes.
You all are doing a good job. Keep on doing it because sooner or later that red tape gonna break.
Okay.
And this is what we need. And like I say, if anybody out there, listen to me, if anybody out there got a problem, just call. Next caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
In the community, Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard. How are you?
All right, and yourself.
You are wonderful. I just want to first commend you gentlemen both on a phenomenal show. But in reference to the young lady who called in, yes, we do have those entities that are the VA hospitals, but there's also a benefit that's called Veterans Aid and Attendance. Let me correct myself. And what that means is there's a system in place for spouses and current veterans that can receive additional benefits of health care that does not affect what they're already getting. It's an additional benefit as long as you serve 15 days or more.
That's true.
Follow up and bring that information to the community as a different benefit through our program that we do with Senior Talk. But I just want to commend you. Great show. And I'm looking online, but I just think it's honorable that, first of all, that you're giving an opportunity for people to express their views based upon how veterans are being served. And it's my pleasure to serve with both of you gentlemen.
You know what? I love you.
Let me respond to this wonderful lady. we have an organization called Veterans Advocacy Consortium, and that's broken down to Veterans Advocacy Consortium. That means we work with all different agencies, as well as yours and the rest of the agencies out here, to bring about justice for the veterans. So we are advocating for the veterans. This lady who just called in, Miss Clara Hubbard, her father was in the Navy, and so I mean she has been, very very active in supporting
All the veterans.
all of the veterans. So I just wanted to say to give her a special hello.
A nice shout out. And see, from another thing, which my sister just said, which is true, but see, the idea, a lot of people don't know. You can get help, but see, it's for real. It's a little red tape out there, but see, again, if you go through the right procedures, there's organizations out there can help you. And all you got to do, like you got a problem with any hospital, they have people there to correct that problem.
Yes.
Because, like I said, they don't nobody want anything to hit the news wire.
Yeah. They have a social service agencies there.
And again, you have doctor advocate, patient advocate,
Right.
and things like
Right.
that.
Right.
It's sort of, just like us veterans. Come in, caller. It's just like this the thing that, all the veterans need to do. Okay?
So I hope that answer to.
Hello, caller.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What's up, VC?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. My name is Ray, and I'm a Vietnam vet, and I want to know why all the American Legions and the veterans of foreign wars get together in every state and get us somebody that has gone through wars and all of that, that knows how it feels to be neglected like all the veterans are being neglected now. Why can't we get somebody that's qualified for that job instead of some businessman who's never done anything like this before? Sultan. So come on, we got to all get together, every state, and write to the president and tell him, get out, and we'll take over.
Okay, to answer your question, caller, we have organizations out there in just about every state. Just like he's part of some organizations, and I'm part of the organization, not just American Legion, but I'm also part of CVO. A lot of people don't know what that is. What is CVO? CVO is Coalition of Veterans Organizations. And that consists of American Legion, Triple Nickels, AMVET, and a lot of other veterans organizations that we found out that, we need to pull together, pull our sources. But see, this is one of the struggles we're fighting because we're fighting against the politicians that's not speaking up for us.
Yes.
And a lot of things we do our own, but see, it's a brick wall there sometimes. And then you have to deal with these legislations. That's what we're fighting for. We're trying to get the right people in there for the right job. We're tired of hearing what I'm going to do when I'm elected. You be elected, and next thing you know, you don't do nothing. We don't need that.
But what we need, once again, is the advocacy. We need to make the people that we vote for accountable, and we have to, as I said earlier, on every level, on the city level, down in the city council, we need to have our aldermen in our particular district to be a part of putting together some legislation. We need the ones down in the state house, the state legislators and the state senators, and we need it all the way up to the county. We need advocacy, but we cannot get that unless we come together. Maybe have a giant march downtown or on the county. But we have to be proactive, or nothing's going to change.
Just as he's saying, which is right, because see, we need somebody on the county level. We
Yes.
need somebody for the municipal level.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
state level, all
Yes,
through that.
yes.
But see, you know, just as they say, you know, you hear this is election year.
Yes.
Vote for me and I do this for you all. I guarantee this and that. But see, then when it comes down there, well, we putting it on a hold, you know.
Yeah.
And things like that. I don't need nothing to put on hold.
Mm-hmm.
I've been put on hold ever since I got out of Vietnam.
Right. Exactly.
I'm still on the hold.
Exactly.
But see, you know, we are coming out, maybe slowly but surely, but see, we are making it. We're making a difference for all veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I speak of all veterans, we cannot forget about the women. They are important in our lives also.
Yo, I'm cigarette.
These women been on the battlefield.
Yes.
They come back disassembled and everything, just like us men and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They have family members. They have kids like us. See, when you talk about veterans, you're talking about all.
Yes.
All who serve, whether it's Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, as long as you did over 180 days, well then, you deserve to have what you want.
Your benefits.
You fought for this country. But see, when you come back, your country don't fight for you.
That's right.
Because if it's so, these legislations, we would have what we want. We wouldn't have all this problem at any VA. We wouldn't be have to struggling asking the city council and the ward committees and everybody else about, you know, trying to get us something for our benefits. Every year, veterans benefits get slashed here in Cook County. And Cook County is the heaviest place for the veterans.
Yes.
There is in the state of Illinois. This is where they concentrate at.
Yes.
Now, you live in Cook County, you only receive so much amount. But then go someplace else, they get more. And then you wonder why. And then not only one thing, now you're talking about the lottery. I got to bring that up. Every Christmas or something like that, they bring out the lottery, you know, about the veterans scratch-out cards. But see, we don't see that. And then the lottery was supposed to be meant for schools.
Yes.
But you see, all that been diverted.
Yeah.
See, don't cut us out, cut us in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for us,
Say that
you wouldn't be
again.
where you are now. But see, the idea, again, ladies and gentlemen, we are veterans. We fighting for our rights. We fighting legislations. We want people up there. And we do know this is election year. For those veterans out there, hear me out. If you want to be represented, you got to get out and vote. And vote for the right person. Ask them questions. Go to those meetings. This who you'll find out who's really for you. Because see, there's a lot of things playing, cloak and dagger. And we don't need that. We are grown. We're too old for this.
And I think you told me that tonight when you leave this
Meeting, yes, I'm going to meetings to see Danny Davis,
Yeah.
Congressman Danny
town hall
Davis,
meeting.
for a town hall meeting.
About
Want to
veterans.
find out about the veterans. We want to find out what's going on. How can we get a piece of the pie?
Yeah.
You know, because see, like I said, this is election year. Everybody's gonna be promise you this, promise you that. But see, you should have did it way before this. Then we got the county.
Yes.
See, everybody got their hand out, but see, when we stick our hand out, they putting our hand behind our back, telling us to be quiet. We tired of being quiet. We are marching.
And you know, I'm so thankful that you have this show. And you see that now you're reaching a lot of people out there with all their questions and all their concerns. So this is a wonderful way of disseminating the information. And I thank you for that.
Oh, and I thank you very much for being on my show
Yes.
and everything. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for listening to us. Every week we be here to serve you. This is our job, to serve you. And with that, I want to say for everybody, have a nice night. God bless you, God love you, and be with you.
And be strong.
Be strong.